Hi, welcome to the 6th episode of this Python programming series. I am your host, James. In this episode, we will learn about functions, arguments, and function calls. So let's get started. One type of expression that you may write in Python is what's called the function call expression. So you can think of functions as boxes that contain some machinery inside of them. I'm going to visually represent them here using this gray box. And you can think of a function as something that takes in some inputs. So here, the inputs feed into the top here, and then these inputs go inside of this machinery. This machinery does something with the inputs, and then after it's done its work with the inputs, it spits out an output. So here we have a function. It takes in 3 inputs or arguments or parameters, and then it does work, and then it spits out an output or return value. Now, Python functions can take 0, 1, 2, or any number of arguments or parameters, and there can be more than one output. So, for example, here this function takes in 3 parameters or arguments, but it spits out one return value, but it can also have any number of outputs. Here's an example of how we would actually write a function call expression in Python. Suppose we have a function called hello which will give hello world as an output whenever the function is called. So to write a function in Python we use a keyword called def which is used to define a function in Python. So let's start by writing our first function. So we can start by writing the function with def followed by the function name. In this case, it will be hello. And inside the parentheses, we can add arguments, but for this example, we will leave the parentheses blank, and we will talk about arguments in the next couple of minutes. So we write def hello. Now we have already talked about how to print expressions in Python in previous videos, so if you haven't watched them, watch them and continue from here. So we have to use another function called print to get the output. So in the next line, we can write print followed by parentheses, and inside the parentheses, we write hello world. So this is our first Python function, and now let's see how we are going to call it. To call any function, simply run the code, and type the function name, and give arguments if needed. So in this case we will run the code, and type hello with empty parentheses. And bingo, we get our output as hello world. Now let's take a deep dive and look at how the function hello works. So we started by writing the word def. Def is a keyword in Python. Now what is a keyword? We will talk in upcoming videos. So the word def is used to define a function, which means if we want to run any function in Python, first we have to define it. Now when we define that function, we give that function a name. The name is used to call that function, for example hello in the previous example. We define the function hello with the def keyword and call it with its name hello. And then inside the function, we write whatever we want the needs to do. In the previous example, we wanted the function hello to print hello world. So we used the print statement to do that. So this is how a function works. Now let's talk about arguments. An argument is the value that is sent to the function when it is called. You can think of arguments as a piece of information that you share with the computer to help it understand what you want it to do. Just like you'd tell a friend what you want, you tell the computer with arguments. For example, if you want the computer to give a square of the number you give to the computer, then the number is a piece of information that acts like an argument. For example, if we write a function named square which prints the square of the number we give, the number acts as an argument. Now let's write our code. We write def square parentheses, and between these parentheses, we give the argument, and in this example, the argument is the number. Then in the next line, we write print parentheses, and inside the parentheses, we write number multiplied by number. Now you can see that I have not given any number as an argument, but I have written x. This x will act like an argument when we run this program, where x is a variable, which we will talk about in the next video. Let's run this program in Spider. So start by writing def followed by square, and inside the parentheses, we write x. Then in the next line, we write the print statement, and inside the print statement, we write x multiplied by x. Then we run the program, call the function with the name square, and give the argument as 4. And bingo, we get 16 as an output, which is the square of 4. That's it for today's episode. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and ring the notification bell. Feel free to leave any questions or comments below, and stay tuned for more Python programming adventures. Thanks for watching.